Hey y'all, it's Callie and welcome back. Today I'm going to the Bardugo meetup and I am so excited. I have a band event before it, so that's where I'm headed right now. It's like 8:30. Well, me and my two friends are going to be leaving around noon. We're super excited. I'll update you around then when we are leaving our school and headed to Atlanta. Hey y'all, it's Callie. So I did a terrible job at vlogging today, like at all. I almost forgot this morning and then barely did it. I filmed some parts of the experience while I was there and I will include those after this clip, but I just kind of wanted to sum up what an amazing experience the Bardugo meetup was. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Bardugo is now my queen. She was so beautiful and hilarious. One of the funniest people I know. Like not but like funniest people I've seen. Like, oh, amazing. So we ended up leaving around 12:30. It took us about an hour to get there. It was my first time driving the interstate alone, driving through Atlanta without my parents there, meaning alone. But me and my friend rode together and that was perfectly fine. It was fun, it was great. And then we got there. Parking was confusing, but that's probably just because of the location, because like downtown Atlanta. And then we ended up getting there really early. We got there at like, I think by the time we got to the library, it was like 2 o'clock, maybe. And they had some signs about like, oh, we'll start opening the doors to pick up your book at 3:45. And we were like, oh wait, wow, we have an hour and 45 minutes to kill. So we walked through the little library. It was cute. Their YA section was hard to find and didn't have that good a selection. But I mean, I had 4 books with me, so that wasn't really what I was there for. But it was cute. It was fine. It was really warm. So we decided, because there was a park right next door, that we would go find benches or a picnic table and just read. So we sat out there and read for a really long time, like almost an hour, and I finished one book and I started another, and then it was like 3:20 and we were like, oh, we're kind of bored. So we decided we were going to go back to the library because our other friend was with us. And then we saw other people like going to the line, so we were like, oh, well then we better get in line because like we're not trying to be last. And so we got in line, and this was like 3:20, so we stood in line for like 25 minutes before they would open the doors. That was actually like really good. Like we weren't first and we weren't last, but we were a good like front middle, I would say. It was perfectly fine. Like we just stood around. I read Red Rising on my phone. We didn't really talk to other people, but we all talked to each other. Somebody cosplayed as a Neige and it was amazing. Like when she asked a question later on, Lee was like, that's amazing, I love that. And that was an experience. But then they came out and they told us like kind of how the line would go, and they gave us these little quizzes about which Grisha kind you are, so like corporalky, etherealky, or materialky, and then you would get the corresponding pin. So I ended up being etherealky, and this is like such a buttery smooth pin. It's so cute. It's got the standard Grishaverse sign. It's adorable. I'm definitely gonna have to put it on something, but this was just kind of like a line time waster. Didn't really end up having time to do it in line because by the time they got it to us, the line was moving because they had opened the doors already. But it was still really cool. And then next you walked in and they asked your name so they could write your name on a sticky note, and you got your copy of King of Scars. This is a stunning book. It is so shiny and it's like got raised, like embossed detailing, and then look at this. It's so sparkly. I love this spine. It's got like King of Scars. This is stunning. I love this. I'm gonna hold it like this the whole time. It's beautiful. I love it. My baby. My new precious baby. And so you were able to get one book signed, like personalized. So most people chose King of Scars. So this is To Callie by Leigh Bardugo from King of Scars. So excited about that. It's beautiful. And after you picked up your copy, it wasn't signed immediately. You picked up your copy, which was kind of like your ticket. You got your ticket for where you would be in line for the signing, and you could pick up a couple other little things. This little bookmark that says read, all the cool kids are doing it. It's an ad for a nearby bookstore. I just thought it was cute, and you can never have too many bookmarks because I have like 4. So I just thought I would pick it up. Figured why not, it was free. And where you were picking up King of Scars, they had the Grisha trilogy in paperbacks, and then as well as Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows in paperback, and then Language of Thorns and The Severed Moon in hardback if you wanted to buy them. And they also had the out of print tote bags that they've started selling on Out of Print's website, I guess. It's the first like official Grishaverse merch. So that was kind of cool. They told us the price and I was like, oh, never mind. I thought about getting it, but I was like, oh, never mind. But wait until later. So then after you got your book and they did all that, you went over to this other little room and you picked up your little Grishaverse passport. This is adorable because what they had you do is they had you go over, there was a little like photo booth where they had people there with Polaroids. So like your passport picture is a Polaroid of you in front of like the Grisha, like the King of Scars thing. I'm so pale that you can't see anything else in the picture except for like my face and like the gold detailing on the screen in the back. But that's okay. And it's got the different Grisha types and like some personal information you can fill out. And then it's got this stunning detailed map, which is in this King of Scars, and a little note that we got at the end. Like, this is so much more detailed and beautiful. It's amazing. And then there's like space like a regular passport, and you got it stamped with this little King of Scars Tour 2019 stamp. It's adorable, and it's even got this quote that says, "A world that feels real enough to have its own passport stamp." So that's part of the reason why they ended up making the passports. It is so cool. So then we went and sat down for the Q&A. Oh my gosh. So it started with some trivia, which I think I have a clip of that later. That was hilarious. The girl was just like one of the bookshop worker girls and had never read any of Leigh Bardugo's books. So she was trying to pronounce all of these things and had no idea what they were. She tried her best, and it was hilarious because she didn't realize until the last page where the answers were, but by the last page was the only one where people might not know the answers to some of them, but it was hilarious and great. So we were at trivia, and that was hilarious. It was like a time waster for before Leigh came out and like, but after we were able to get into the auditorium where the Q&A would be happening. Oh my gosh, the Q&A was amazing. I do have to say a good 75% of the questions were about writing, which I don't personally enjoy writing or have any interest in writing. So it was a little bit annoying, but it was also interesting to see her take on a lot of the things about writing. She answered my friend Kerrigan's question about the Netflix show, and just from her talking about it, it's gonna be so amazing and so exciting, and she's so excited and we're so excited, and it's gonna be amazing. I did take a little clip of when she came out. It was just amazing, hilarious. She's so funny. Loved it all. And at the beginning, she was like, oh, we're gonna do a little raffle. First we're gonna do this Wyland candle. And some lady got it. And then she's like, and then we're gonna do this tote bag from Out of Print. And what name did she call it? Callie Smith. So I got myself a tote bag for free. Kind of. Because like I paid for the book. This is so stunning and such, like it's so thick, such good quality. And it's got a little pocket so you can access small things really easily. Like, ingenious. I love this. It is so cute because it's got like the Six of Crows cover and it's got like a crow on the back. I love this. I was so excited. Like, Lee Bardugo said my name. Like, it's the little things, guys. So then they had us just hang out in the auditorium and they called people by their ticket numbers so the line wasn't crazy long and it was in the right order. So we were in like the, I think, third or fourth group to go, and she signed King of Scars, obviously, I already showed that to you. I had her sign Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone, so now all of my like first in her Grishaverse series are signed. That's super exciting for me. She was so nice and so funny, and oh, she recognized some girl, the girl in front of me, from coming to her Wonder Woman signing. Like, she's so amazing, and I could totally see how a lot of Kaz's character comes from her. Like, so much of it, just like the same kind of humor, and it was just amazing. And then when you were done getting your book signed, you went out and you got this little note which came on the back of a map. It's just like a note saying, "Thanks for coming," from Lee. And then you got to choose, did you want a Sun Summoner or a Darkling pin? And I chose Darkling because like the aesthetic of this I liked more, because a Sun Summoner, it was like too yellow, and this was like the vibes and like the Darkling. The Darkling. And then you also got a little cookie, and it says "Feed Your Demons," and it's got like the Grishaverse sign, and it looks like a crown. Amazing. Like, oh, this was such an amazing experience. I'm so glad I went. It was such reasonable price. Like, I got all this stuff for like $25. Like, with the company that like did the signing and Lee, I will definitely be going to any of Lee's signings that are anywhere near me. It was an amazing experience. And the location that does it, the company they did it through, actually has a book festival in the end of August. So now I'm like really excited and highly considering going because it was such a positive experience. We never waited anywhere too long, and if we were, I was reading, so I didn't really care. And it was just amazing. They kept you entertained. It was such a fabulous experience. I would highly suggest something like this.
Of the dregs. Hey! No laments, no